Okay, guys, here we are back for part two or something. I guess I might call this part two of Menangenu updates. We'll see. But I want to talk about this girl right here. So I don't know if you can tell what you're looking at here, but uh, there's a number of things going on here. You're probably familiar with her at this point if you follow me on my Instagram account. I did post quite a lot about her as far as like how much I post, and posted how she came to be. So yeah, this is a Menangenu Fairyland Centaur hybrid. The human body parts are from a soul doll kid body. So no, I did not cut up a Menangenu, but I did take a Dremel and sliced off part of the soul doll backside, basically cut her butt off. Because they don't have, soul doll kid bodies don't have the waist joint. So she's not a perfect hybrid, and she's wearing an outfit that hopefully kind of covers it. It's not, if she wears a corset and other things, then it really hides it. But I kind of like how she looks this way. So I don't know. It's been a while since I did her, but it's been a while since I've tried to do any updates. Any of my videos have been like little box openings and stuff, and I haven't done big updates about like what I'm doing. So this was definitely a bigger project, and my probably the biggest modding project that I've ever done. She's certainly not complete. This I would like everything to be blushed, but so going through everything, yeah, this is a Circa Fairyland Centaur, with the Lucy Wynn wings. I don't know if the Lucy Wynn and Circa wings are different or not, but I bought them different pieces at different times from different people. All secondhand. I missed out on the initial order, so I've been slowly snagging these guys up off the secondhand market. I still really sad and kick myself that I missed out on the pink and mint bodies, because they're so beautiful, and I hope someday that I'd be able to get a hold of one of those, or that they'll be released again. But yeah, so Menangenu head on Menangenu head back, and this is a soul doll kid body. It is the NL body. It is the same body that was used on the Ahiel Centaur, and I did have her. I do have an Ahiel Centaur head on the kid body. I ended up selling the Centaur body, horse body, because it was beautiful as far as like it was in the magenta resin and the blushing, but it did not meet my Centaur wishes. And I have 3 of these Fairyland Centaur bodies, the big ones now, and they, like all of my Centaur desires, they're just so well engineered, so beautiful, so well made. They're incredible, and these really definitely solidified me as a Fairyland fan. And I still need to make that video about my like my minifee collection. But yeah, and my dream since I got the first Centaur body, my dream was to have a Menangenu Centaur hybrid on this body. I had very successful Centaur hybrids with let me pull down one of these guys. And I think I made a video about these. I'll have to go back and check. I think I made an epic, like, update video about all the centaur stuff back when that was happening, which wasn't that long ago. But this, I have 3 of these little Chibi Moon, Lilycat Chibi Moon on the Real Fee centaur bodies, and they are amazing. It's an amazing hybrid. These are amazing bodies. I have a Kitty Jolie hybrided onto a Circa body too, and I think I've shown her. If I have time and can remember and I can find them, I'll try to insert photos of some of the things that I tried. Of course, I tried putting a Menonginue head onto basically a Minifee body, an A-line body, or a Fairyland body, I should say. And just very a bobble-headed appearance. It didn't look the way I wanted it to look. I mean, you could have done it if you were okay with the bobble-headed look. You know, you could do it. It wasn't what I preferred or what I wanted. So I kind of forgotten that I'd had this, Soldal kid body. She was the leftover part of the top half, because I didn't buy her with the human legs, which I always kicked myself for that. But anyways, I had that body, and it's been sitting in a box for several years, probably at least 2 years, probably longer, that it's been sitting there. And so it took me a while to get my gumption up. I experimented. The head on its own, the neck is too short, so I actually, all I did was use one of these neck connectors that I got from Twigling BJD Crafts Etsy shop, and all I did was hot glue it on there on the top of the neck, so it's not even a permanent mod. And you usually can't see it, and it's easy to hide in photos, but it lengthens her neck. The big bust was absolutely a requirement for this to look right proportionally. I tried it on the smaller bust option, and it became bobble-headed, so the big boobs were really necessary, and I liked how they looked. So I did end up cutting off the butt and setting her on here, and no, it's not a perfect fit, so I'll show you here. I'll take this part off. There are pictures on my Instagram of this too, but I'm gonna take this very simple little skirt that I made to hide, so you can tell that, yeah, that doesn't fit in there like a normal Minifee does. It's way too big, and part of the part that kept this looking symmetrical and proportional was because the Minifee, they cut off like right here, and then of course that sits in here, but she needed this extra height to make her proportionally look the way I thought that she needed to look. So this is very easy to hide with any sort of skirt, or it is very, you can hide it very easily. So I do like the look of the body, though. I think it's really beautiful, so I like having this little skirt that I made. It's a few layers of lace and lingerie lace and a lingerie elastic. So these were the original blushed upper body portions. Oop, dolly nudity, there you go, for free. So this is I think it's considered a pink normal for the ingenue head. She has a face up by the ugliest wife. This was my second Menonginue. I have the sleeping faceplate for this too. I have ordered 4 headbacks, Menangenou headbacks that Reese had in stock, so that I can put, because I still have the Menangenou body, and so I'll have another head to put on there, and she'll be a complete doll as soon as those headbacks come in. They're coming with my 2 teal version 2 girls. I keep getting distracted in my thoughts. You can see, I'll move this wig out of the way here. Can you see? Yeah, so there's there's the butt crack. Again, all this stuff is really easy to hide with any sorts of skirts or clothes. But I just enjoy how she's looking. The skirt covers that up really good too. But just so you can see what it actually looks like. So love this girl. Eventually, I want to get this body blushed, and she will likely, I mean, this hybrid, she's staying on this. I'll have another head for my other Menangenou body. Yeah, it's win-win. But yeah, I love, this is a face-up from The Ugliest Wife. I love her work. One of these days I might get brave and send something there. I hate sending stuff overseas because of the customs issues and potential fees you might run into there. Just sending things, even for services, like they just can nail you. I want to comment on this top. This was probably, it's not perfect. If you look at it closely, there's a lot of things not right with it that bother me. It probably was my most successful attempt at this type of fitted bustier for a MSD sized doll. It's just, everything is very, very tiny. And so I have problems with the little tiny seams, and especially these very curved seams, very, very tiny, getting in there with your sewing machine or even hand sewing. So this was probably, at the time, a few months ago when I did this, was my most successful one. It still had a lot of things. And then I started working on, in the last video, these ones. And I'm really pleased. The difference being is that Menangenous are sculpted with natural hang to the bust, and which I adore. It's always been that thing when I was initially in the hobby, looking at dolls. Oh, pardon me. Okay, yeah. So love their natural hanging bust, and then all the Menangenous have the smaller size, versus this is the large bust on the Soul Doll Kid body, and it's the type of busts that are sculpted like they are in a corset or in a push-up bra, which when I just remember when I was initially looking at bodies, and I found it very unappealing, the look of those dolls, and I still do. They can look very odd. They do look beautiful in clothes, so I'm opening up a lot more. I've bought several of the big bust Menangenous, or not Menangenous, sorry, minifees, the big porn boobs, which I was so against before, but they look so great in corsets and bustiers. So, though it's a different thing to design for, basically. So this pattern was for the more flat MSD Dolphy Dreams. So it suits these girls not too bad. And I don't mind the fit. I like how this looks. And so obviously this sort of shape is just not going to work for these girls. I've tried it. It just doesn't work. Yeah, this still sewing these cups, these little tiny cups in this little tiny size, if you're off by a fraction of a millimeter, it just doesn't work, and you can tell. I'm trying to get it symmetrical. So kind of wanted to touch bases on that. What else? anything else I want to add to this? I might make this its own video, just a little short. My Menage hybrid. I'm super happy with her. Like, this doll she is literally a hobby dream come true, to have a Twigling as a centaur this lovely and this beautiful, because centaurs are part of my story. And I'll never be able to have them as they truly are, because my Titan, he is a centaur, or he's our deer tar. And, you know, he's a 12-pound, 78-centimeter tall doll. That would be like a $5,000 centaur that I wouldn't be able to lift without help. So, and I don't think I even want that. But, yeah, I would kill for a Feeple 60 size centaur, and might not be able to use a Twigling on it, but I sure as heck would try. And maybe try and fool around with some hybrids. So it's not perfect, but it does what I want it to do, and can hide it with clothes. So for me, I'm just ecstatic about it. Very, very happy. You know what? I think I will go ahead and maybe make this like Twigling hybrids and use it as an opportunity to talk about, okay, dolly nudity. This is an unclothed Twigling doll. So she's got some panties on, but no bra. I'm going to bring her in. So, this is Evangeline, and I have shown her before, and we've seen her before, but she did get a new head. Her other deer head, it was the tan, the first one that I ever got was tan, that came with my, it was the deer doll order in tan, and that head eventually, there were some different things that happened, but a different head got used for Ed, and so anyways, this is a white resin head, and it's got a face-up blushing by Amise Dolls on Instagram, and I've actually been watching these two heads since she first initially painted them. They were lovely. I mentioned to them several times how much they looked like some illustrations I had done, and basically the way this was blushed was exactly how I wanted it to look for Evangeline. The only problem was I didn't actually have a white skin head, and so I was thinking I was going to have to paint the tan one white, which is sad because it is a nice tan. And so, but anyways, finally I got my opportunity to buy these two heads. There's a tan one that she did a face up on, and then this one, and I probably will use that tan one for Ed. But this is going to be Evangeline. She's unclothed right now because I don't have anything that is what I would want for her to wear. I have ordered a bunch of beautiful Dupani silks in various colors, and I have an idea for what I am going to be making for her, and it's going to be it's going to be a while before it's finished because it's going to have a lot of components, but yeah, isn't she amazing? She's just, I think she looks so nice on a Twigling body. This is the second Twigling, trying to think, which one is this? I think this is the second Twigling body that I bought. It was just a body, and it was already older and yellowed by the time I got it. It's casted by Dolce. It's gorgeous. I love the original ingenue body. So this is, I think 2012, casted by Dolce in their fresh skin. So that's Evangeline. She's going to get her own special outfit. So I thought I'd share her, and we can make this the Twigling hybrid hour. Okay, all right, I'll go ahead and wrap this up, and we will move on to the rest of the Twigling updates. So it'll probably be like part 3. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.